welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are here in the year 1392. This is part B, and we've entered into the Arundel home. We are just having Elmira go ahead and cook up a little bit of food for the family, and we have Xavier out. He's just practicing a little bit of his archery. We should be seeing Elmira go into labor at any time. She is in her third trimester. As we know, we had left her off in her third trimester in the last part. And so we are just waiting on her to go into labor, but we are getting her to just make a little bit of a meal for the family. Everyone is just kind of tending to themselves. I have Can over here. She's just doing a little bit of painting, and Ada is in here using the washroom. Amy is just going to talk to Can while she does a little bit of painting. Xavier is rushing in to set the table for Elmira because she has just finished this meal, which is fantastic. We love that. So let's go ahead and we will just go ahead and call everyone to the meal.
Buncha! Plus!
Elmira is definitely not going to miss a meal. As we know, she is a little bit of a glutton, and so she is going to take well advantage of this meal before she goes ahead and goes into labor, which it looks like will happen at any time. This moodlet here is blinking, so she is about to go into labor. And when that takes place, we will go ahead and see what it is that she is having. So she has officially gone into labor. We are going to go and have her little one. I wonder if she can let him know that she is in labor. Probably not. I'm sure he will definitely figure it out. Let's go ahead and let her go and give birth to her little one. Oh yeah, he's definitely figured it out. He's like, oh my god, you're in labor. She's like, yeah, I am. I think he would definitely be worried about the fact that she is in labor, only because, you know, he had lost his first wife to her giving birth, and so I do think that Xavier would be concerned about you know, Elmira going into labor. Why don't you go ahead and put Ada down and go give birth? It is 12th night, and so we do need to at some point go ahead and go and seriously go have your baby. She's like, oh, is that what you want? Yeah, I do. I want you to go have your baby. We do need to go to the church ceremony and celebrate that at some point. If I can actually get her to have this baby, that would be fantastic. You're gonna give birth while you hold Ada? Really? I find that really strange. She's like, no, I don't think I can actually give birth while I'm holding Ada. I don't think you can either. Come over here and give birth to this little one. There you go. There we go. Now we're getting it together. Alright, so we are having this little one. Finally, she has gotten her faculties together here. She is in lots of discomfort, and she needs to go to the washroom. So as soon as we have this baby, we will get her to the bathroom. They have had a girl. We are going to go ahead and find out what we're going to name this little one. I'm just going to go ahead and spin the wheel here and find out what the baby's name is going to be. So the baby's name is going to be Camille. All right, so we are going to name her Camille Arundel. And it is a single birth. And as we know, we do need to roll the dice for mom and baby. I have done a little bit of a change to our timeline, so I will give you guys a view of that, and I will show you what our new roll numbers are. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, so as you can see, mom can't roll a 1 or an 11, and babies can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or a 20. So let's go ahead and open up our dice. We are rolling, our dice is still a D20, and we will give that a roll and see what it is that we're going to get for mom. So let's roll for mom. She can't roll a 1 or an 11. Mom rolls a 1. Elmira is going to pass away. Okay, that's definitely not what I was hoping for. We will go ahead and we will plead for her, obviously, and see if we can save her. I think he's probably pleaded for her before, so I don't know. Maybe we should just let her pass away. We'll probably plead for her, though, and see if we can save her and see how that goes. But let's go ahead and roll for the baby. Baby rolls a 12, and that is also a number that the baby can't roll. So we are also losing Camille. Mom and baby are not going to make it. So we will just go ahead and put here on the timeline that Camille Arundel has died. And we will put on the timeline that Elmira Arundel has died as well. That being said, if Amara does not die, I will remove that. But for now, she is scheduled to die. So let's go ahead and we will take mom and baby. We are definitely going to take baby away because she definitely has passed away, but we will see about mom. I do need to add baby to the information tab here though on the timeline as well. So let me do that and then we will take care of. Okay, we are going to go ahead and take this little baby away from mom. And she's like, I've got to pee. Let's go ahead and let her go to the bathroom. And then I am going to take Elmira and we are going to go ahead and plead for her because as we know, she is, well, about to die. So we will allow her to be pled for. Let's go ahead and kill her now. Oh, I hate this so much. Alright, so we are going to get Xavier to come in here and he is going to plead for his wife whenever the Grim decides to come in here. He's currently feeling confident, but if he witnesses the death, he probably won't. Oh, never mind, he's feeling sad now. Alright, so the Grim is going to come in here and we will have him go ahead and plead for his wife. Where is the Grim? Come on, Grim. There he is. Let's get him to plead for his wife. Plead for Elmira. And see if he can get Grim. He's like, please don't take my wife. I've already lost one wife to childbirth. Please don't take her away. Please don't take her away. Oh no, I think she's truly gone. Xavier is awfully generous. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, sure. Elmira is truly gone after Xavier's ardent appeal fell on Death's deaf ears. Oh, that sucks so bad. So Ada is the only son that we currently have in this family, and Xavier is probably going to need to get remarried again because we need to have more boys, which sucks really bad. I was not necessarily wanting to get him married again, but I guess I'm gonna have to get him remarried so that he can have more sons. So we will have to go out and I guess find him another bride and see if he can find someone else to marry, because as we know, this family is going to need an heir, and I don't necessarily know that Ada is going to be able to make it. So yeah, there's that. Grim, are you gonna take Elmira? Because we're all just kind of standing around here and I just don't know how I feel about the fact that we're all just standing here crying. And he's just like standing there staring at all of us as we cry and not doing his job. There we go. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and engrave this epitaph, and we will take Elmira to her final resting place. So Elmira was born in 1361 to 1392. And we'll go ahead and let Xavier grab up her tomb, her urn here, and we'll have him go ahead and take that off to the cemetery. Why don't you go in there and clean that up, sweetheart? Alright, and I mean, Can doesn't know how to cook yet, so there's no one in the house that can cook other than Xavier, and he's not the best cook either. So that's not necessarily the greatest thing, but we're going to go ahead and get him to travel, and we are going to take him to the cemetery, and he will drop off her in her final resting place. And then when we come back, we'll take them off and let them go to the church ceremony for 12th night. Let's go ahead now that we have arrived here at the cemetery, and let's place Elmira down here where she can rest. Oh, it looks like he has Rose Arundel as well, so we'll go ahead and place them both down, and then we'll have him come and mourn Elmira here, and then he can hopefully feel a little bit better after he does that. And he is mourning not only his wife but the loss of his child, so he is really, really sad right now. I do not think he's going to want to look for another bride currently. He's just really distraught, and I feel really bad for him. Poor Xavier. I guess once he stops mourning, we will look for him a bride. But let's go ahead and send him on home, and then we will take him out to attend the church ceremony so that he can meet his 12th night goals. I do believe that Can might be able to go to church with him as well. I know that the toddlers won't be able to do that, but I think Can might be able to do so. So that'll be good. And we also have a birthday that we need to celebrate, so we will, after we send him off to church, we will celebrate Edith Goodwell. She is going to be aging up to a teen. Oh, he's just the saddest thing ever. I feel so bad for him. You know, it wasn't enough that he lost Jonetta in childbirth, but now he's lost Elmira in childbirth, and he is just unlucky in love. Let's go ahead and send him off to the church ceremony, and yeah, Can can go with him. So we'll send them both off to the holiday ceremony for 12th night. We'll send the toddlers to daycare, and that way they can be taken care of while the older ones go ahead and head out to the ceremony. Grim is just kind of hanging out here on the property still. I don't really know what that's all about, but that's perfectly fine. So Can's gonna go ahead and go off to church, and when she gets back, we'll have her sell this painting, and then we will check and see what it is that we need to do as far as cleaning up around this place, and then I will probably get Xavier to check in on the animals, and by animals, honestly, oh no, the tax guy's here. Okay, well, he's gonna have to pay the taxes when he gets back from church, and I mean, we just lost our wife, honestly. By animals, I mean, we have a sheep, I think, and maybe a goat. So we'll check in on them and see how they're doing. He's also going to need to get out here and do some weeding. The garden is in desperate need of being weeded. So we'll get him to weed and spray for bugs. So there's a lot of things that kind of need to be taken care of. So we will have him do that. There's just a lot going on the farm right now that he needs to take care of. So we'll allow him to do that. And then once you've cleaned up, we can get you to, I don't know, maybe I'll get her to, I don't think she's old enough to do the laundry, so that's not going to be very helpful for us at all. She can't do the laundry, she can't cook, so we just really hate that. Can you go away? Honestly, send home. All right, it looks like Xavier is back, and so is Can. They are really happy from going ahead and celebrating the holiday ceremony. It looks like the tax guy left without being paid. So hopefully the taxes got paid, because I don't know what the deal is with that. But I did queue up for him to pay the taxes, but I think that he left because we weren't here. So he is going to go ahead and get some weeding done. I'm just going to get Can to come on in and sell that painting and do some cleaning up. She is feeling really, really tired. And so obviously she's going to want to possibly get herself a little bit of rest. It looks like Ada is doing okay, other than the fact that Ada could probably stand to come in here and eat something. And Amy obviously could get a little bit of food as well. So come in here, you both, and get yourself a little bit of food. All right. How's it coming? She's like, it's okay. I'm just really, really sad. Everyone is really, really sad from losing their mom, which is understandable. I hate that for them. I really, really do. But it is about 4 p.m. and it is about halfway through this part. We are going to just let them continue on doing what it is that they need to do here to take care of the farm and get some cleaning up. And hopefully we will see them get through this morning pretty quickly. Usually it does take them a couple of days to get through this morning, but we will hopefully be able to do that sooner rather than later, so that we're able to get Xavier someone that he can marry so that he can start having some children. So Can's going to go ahead and get herself a little bit of rest. The toddlers are here just getting themselves a little bit of a bite to eat. They are having a little bit of that jugged hair that their mom made before she passed away, which is fantastic. We love that for them. Ada is so sad. Ada, honey, you need to go in here and go to the washroom. So you have independence. You can actually go and do the pottying on your own. And Xavier is getting a call from Ramon. I heard about the passing of someone special to you. I wanted to offer my condolences. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate that. Why don't you go ahead and bottle feed and clean this sheep when you're done, and then we can't shear the sheep yet. Okay, that's fine. And Xavier is going to have to head off to work soon because he has work. Is this spoiled now? Yes. Well, great. Maybe there are some leftovers in the fridge that he can eat. So I will get him some leftovers, and he can eat something really fast before he has to go on into work. He is going to be shattered heading into work, which is not necessarily ideal. Ada's just going to the washroom, and Amy is just crying because she is so sad, which is understandable. I mean, I think this whole family is going to be sad for quite some time. Why don't you come up here and just play a little bit, sweetheart? Why don't you do a little bit of shapes, and then you can get yourself a little bit of sleep. And why don't you come up here and you can just play in this little chest, and then you can get yourself a little bit of sleep. Xavier is just grabbing a bite to eat, and then he's going to head himself off so that he can get himself off to work soon. Maybe he can stand for a little bit of a nap. What do you think, sir? He's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I do. I think you need to get yourself a little bit of a nap before work. You did take care of the animals, so that's fantastic. Oh, it is also, you need to get some laundry going. I mean, everything is just... Can she do this laundry? No, she can't interact with that. Alright, she's going to go and have some honey. As we know, Can has a bit of an addiction to honey, so she's constantly eating the honey. So she's just getting herself a little bit of that. And maybe you can also go over here and do another painting. And we are going to head over and we're going to see Edith Goodwell. She is, like I said, aging up into a teenager. Okay, Edith Goodwell actually was deceased, so we have come into the house of Honora and Irk Beauregard. We are actually going to go ahead and see if we can get them to try for a baby. So we are going to have Irk come over, and we're going to have him approach her and ask her if they can go ahead and try for a little one. They, as we know, had recently gotten married, and they are currently not expecting. And he does want them to have some children. They do need to have quite a few children. I believe they have to have 9 children, yes. So they have 9 baby tries. So we are just going to go ahead and have them try for a baby and see if we can get them to get pregnant here. So we'll give them their first baby try here. Actually, they've already had one, so really they only have 8 baby tries left. So this will be another baby try for them. And we'll see if they are able to become expecting or not. If they are unable to become expecting, obviously they'll use up another one of their baby tries, and we will just continue on with them. But they are going to go ahead and have themselves a little bit of a try for baby here. We'll see if they're able to get pregnant. As we know, for teens, their percentage of being pregnant is 30%, so they are not always a guarantee that they're going to get pregnant when they try for a baby. So it is sometimes just not something that happens for them. So we will just see how that goes. And sometimes they're successful and sometimes they are not. But we are hopeful that this is going to be successful and that they will go ahead and be expecting their first child. Irk is hoping that they can have a little one. He is obviously wanting an heir in this family. So we are going to just go ahead and leave them there. I do think we have a couple more families that we need to try for babies. So let's go ahead and see our next family. And we have arrived here in the Meshroom home. This is Carolina. We are going to go ahead and have her try for a baby with her husband and see if we can get her and Allard expecting again. They need to have 7 more baby tries. They do have 1 child together, but they obviously need to have some more children. So we will go ahead and get them to try for a baby, and we will see if they are able to go ahead and get pregnant. So she's just asking him if they can go ahead and try again. He obviously, I think, will be keen on that. They do have a little boy, so they do already have an heir. But as we know, children seem to not necessarily fare that well in this game. So obviously trying for another little one is not a bad option. So they're going to go ahead and try for a little one here, and then we will check and see if she has gotten pregnant. I'm just going to pop in and check MC Command Center and see if she has gotten pregnant or not. And then we will hop back over into our main family and finish out the rest of this episode with our main family. We do have a couple more hours before the end of this episode, and so we will check in with them and finish out part B with our main household and seeing how they're doing. Obviously, they are in deep mourning, but we do want to obviously check in with them again and see how they are just faring. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop back over to the Arundel family. We are back in with the Arundel family, and it looks like Xavier is still just feeling pretty tired. I'm going to have him have a quick nap. He obviously will be heading off to work soon. Honey, I wanted you to finish this painting. She's like, I need to go cry it out. I know you are so sad over the loss of your mom, but I do want you to finish this painting and get a little bit of painting skill. And, you know, I just think that would be great if you could do that. You are heading to the washroom to splash in it. No, I don't think so. Go to bed, sir. It's 9:25. Both of the toddlers are going to go ahead and head off to bed. They're both coming downstairs, but I'm going to make them go right back up because it is getting really late and they probably need to go ahead and head off to bed. Xavier, honey. Oh, he doesn't have work. He has work in 3 days. Okay, well, that's fine. He's getting some rest, and everyone is going to be heading off to bed soon. It is about 9:45 in the evening, and so everyone kind of does need to get themselves a little bit of rest. The toddlers are going to go up and get some sleep, and then he really loves water. So he wants to play in the toilet. He wants to play in the wash basin, like where you do the laundry. And I just don't want him playing in any of that stuff. I really don't. Can's going to finish this painting. It doesn't look like she's doing anything. It's a blank canvas, but it says that she's halfway done. So I'm really confused. Once she's done with that, we will have her go ahead and head herself off to bed. And she can get herself some sleep as well. It really does say that she's done. I don't understand. It says scrap painting. Okay, I am so confused. But everyone is going to get themselves a little bit of sleep. Xavier has gotten up feeling a little bit like he wants to clean up a little bit. He's like, everything around here is just dirty. Obviously, he is really missing his wife. He's missing the fact that, she would keep things tidy, and he's really feeling like he's having to do everything alone. And honestly, he is having to do everything alone. It has been a very long time since he has been alone, and now he is alone with 3 children. And he's thinking to himself, what am I going to do? Like, I need to find myself a missus. I need to obviously have more sons. I don't know how I'm going to get by without someone to kind of help out. And I really just feel like he is at his wit's end, and I really feel horrible for Xavier. I really do. Like, he's been through so much. He went to war and survived the war and came back. He lost his first wife in childbirth. He's lost his second wife in childbirth. Like, he's just been through so much. He lost Florence, his firstborn daughter. He's lost so many children. So unfortunately, he's just been really surrounded by death for a majority of his life, and he's overcome so much loss and grief in his life, and things just don't really seem to be turning around for him, and I really, really hate that. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. We will be finding Xavier someone else that he can spend his life with, and I will see you guys in part C of 1392. But until next time, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.